Welcome to the So You Wanna Get Fat podcast. I am your host, not your typical chef, Brian Tsao. And with me today is my wonderful co-host, my ball of buttery French goodness, Frenchy!
Frenchy!
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
I missed you.
I missed you too. I missed you too.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
You didn't call me.
You didn't fucking call me.
You didn't let me know you landed safely. You didn't check in.
Whoa,
No.
Ever since when did you start becoming
No
a pussy?
No proof of life.
When did you start becoming the little bitch of this relationship?
I didn't.
On the meat and potatoes of today's episodes, we are going to guess between which is the expensive versus the cheap cheese. That's right, the French lack of the cheese. Frenchy lack of the cheese. Yeah, so we're going to watch an Epicurious video where they get a cheese expert to blind test different cheeses, and she has to guess which one's the expensive one, which one's the cheap one. So make sure you stay for that. But before we go on, Frenchy, if you can stop typing that email, where are we filming from?
I can multitask.
Where are we filming from?
340 West 46th Street between 8th and 9th Avenue. In the heart of the theater district of Hell's Kitchen. That zip code is 10036 because I really miss those postcards.
Yes.
Oh, we got where's my coat? We got a Christmas card.
We did?
Yeah.
Where's the card? Where's your coat?
It's a little bent. Here, and he was here for lunch last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's nice of him. All right. So
nice shout out.
oh, this dude's been
Yep.
Yeah, this guy came by my spot too. This has been an amazing year of joy and happiness. Jasmine is filled with love and happiness.
That's
with
the
all
doggy.
with the doggy. And happiness with all the friends, aunties, and uncles she has made. May you and your loved ones be filled with the same happiness. Happy holidays, the Wong family. Yes, thank you for coming by. It was very nice to meet you in person.
When he came over, I was so distracted by the.
Are you watching our podcast while we're filming a podcast? How? What kind of shit is that?
It's an Easter egg inside an Easter egg. It's a fourth wall.
All right. So if you're in New York, you want to try some good sandwiches, check out my shop, Mission Sandwich Social in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. This is the first episode of 2025, buddy. As of filming this, it's not even Christmas yet.
Yeah.
But we're going to take a little break. And we wanted to make sure we didn't skip a beat. So we're filming these in advance. But yeah, this is the first episode of 2025. And guess what? The sauce is probably going to be sold out by now. GOCHUJANG
À l'orange.
GOCHUJANG
À l'orange.
is back on pre-order now. The next batch has already started. I have increased the batch, the production significantly. So hopefully we don't run into a sellout situation.
I feel we should have done that a while back.
Well,
It's a learning curve.
Yeah,
It's a learning
curve. We really didn't expect this to sell the way it did. Granted, the first batch was small, but the second and third batches were what I thought were pretty big, and they still sold out. So we have some of the best problems in the world, thanks to you guys. Thanks to you fuckers constantly ordering our shit. What's wrong with you people? Okay. So anyway, next batch is in progress. You can pre-order. Please do. Link in the description below. And then I want to mention that this podcast is available for audio streaming. But guess what?
Wait a second. Audio? Just listen to us?
Yeah.
What about all my facial tics?
Well, it gets even better. Yay Media Group, the wonderful network that we are a part of, they have just confirmed that video will be available on Spotify for this podcast. And guess
just like Joe Rogan?
Just like Joe. Yeah. And
we're in the same caliber.
And Pro Chef Reacts.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So Pro Chef Reacts will be going to Yay Media Group. And
wait, is this Did we not mention this before?
No, never officially mentioned it. Yeah,
Oh.
so this is, it's the new year. I wanted to. So the Pro Chef Reacts will be moving to Yay Media Group, and the video will also be available on Spotify. So you guys should check that out. And yeah, as far as what's going on with us,
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Lost Becomes playing January 25th on Long Island. Check out my band. Link in the description if you want to get tickets in advance. We'll be opening for Moontooth. And then I guess, I just got back from Dallas. Did a little bit of traveling. And I
didn't notice.
And I prepared some clips.
Of what?
So I went to Terry Black's.
Oh, did you?
Barbecue.
Did you have to wait online?
No, no line at all. So
what?
Check this
There's
out.
No line?
No, well, the line started after I got there, so I got pretty lucky. But here's Terry Black's. You can see the smokers.
Was he on hand?
No, I don't think so. And then here, check out these smokers going 24/7.
He made those.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have.
Those are oil drums.
Uh-huh.
That he soldered together lengthwise.
And we ordered ribs. Yeah, we ordered brisket. We ordered turkey breast. The jalapeno cheddar sausage.
I mean, this concept phenomenal. Alone. I mean, hometown barbecue. Our friend
Hill Country Barbecue.
Hill Country Barbecue. But wait, what am I thinking of?
Mark Glosserman's place.
Well, that's Hill Country.
Hill Country, yeah.
But what's oh my God! I look like a moron now.
People have been complaining about the audio because you keep putting the mic to your neck rather than speaking into it. Yes, thank you. Okay. So potato salad was phenomenal. Coleslaw, the mac. So usually the mac and cheese is hit or miss.
Well, usually if the batches are too big, it gets mushy.
Well, so the noodles were cooked perfectly. They were slightly al dente.
Nice.
But it was still creamy and it was seasoned well. It was
good.
Banana cream pies.
Is that banana pudding?
Banana pudding, yeah, banana pudding pie, whatever. It was fucking all phenomenal. And that was for 4 people.
What's the damn
pickles. Oh, and that's cornbread.
And next to the
I'll get to that. I'll get to that. But I took our wonderful team for dinner while I was in Texas, a little holiday dinner with our team. So that's Josh, the one who edits the video. That's our producer, Mads. And then that's one of my closest friends in the world, Nick MD, who was nice enough to take me around town and see the real Dallas, which was a lot of fun. And we didn't finish that. I want to make it very clear. It was
but you definitely got a doggy bag, knowing you.
Oh yeah, it was great. And then I finally was exposed to the beauty that is a Buc-ee's. Have you ever been to a Buc-ee's?
I've never been to a Buc-ee's.
Dude, this is okay. So in the Northwest, we have rest stops.
We have Wawa.
But this is a singular gas station. And just look at the fucking size of this place. It was amazing.
I mean,
it was so fucking cool. I had such a blast. There was like this fudge bar, and then they do barbecue over there that's half decent, these grab and go sandwiches, but the jerky bar, that is all jerky, man. It was fucking awesome. I had such a blast. I've seen heaven, and it is Buc-ee's. Like 150 gas pumps. It's not heaven, but it was pretty cool.
It's close.
It's close.
Pretty close.
All right, headphones on. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of today's episode.
Who is this cockeyed blonde?
Oh my God. Holy shit. Here, let's just watch the video.
I'm Liz Thorpe, and I'm a cheese expert. It's like really intense.
So I know for a fact your experience with cheese is much more extensive than mine. The only cheese I grew up with was Kraft American Singles, which is why I love it so much, as many people do. But I wasn't exposed to artisan cheeses, which in Europe is like just regular cheese, but until much later in life. So, how about yourself? Tell us a little bit about
surrounded by cheese.
Your whole life, right?
Whole life.
Yeah. a big part of French European culture in
Yeah.
general, right? So.
I mean, France has more cheese. Like you could stack them all the way up to the moon.
Yeah.
Hard cheeses. Right off the bat, what I'm seeing is that this cheese is very aged. I can tell because it's kind of brown, yellowy, dark in color.
She's the
And
expert.
it's got these little white
Oh, it's brown. It's yellowy. It's
patches in it, which happens as cheese
oh,
ages
and those little
throughout the
crunches of
year,
those
they will get
crystals.
these
That's
little
what it's like when
protein
you
crystals
bite
in
into a
them that
good
make-
piece and you get that. That's
that little bit of spike and salt.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
them kind of crunchy. Also important is the rind. So it's got this dark, crusty exterior. That means it's been aged out in the open air. I'm
She has
thinking
not
this
been
is
PR
maybe
trained.
An aged Gouda.
Why? I think she's doing fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
a little oversimplistic.
Well, sometimes that's good. Like, you always complain I'm too long-winded, and you
but
keep
it's
it
cheese.
simple.
It's what's most important in life.
Okay. No, Buc-ee's is what's most important in life.
Or like a really aged Parmigiano Reggiano. This cheese doesn't have the dark color, doesn't have
That's
the little
definitely American,
crunchy white
or-
crystals, and it doesn't really have a rind. It's the same all the way around. I'm thinking it's definitely younger, and I'm guessing it's probably like a Parmesan style. I'm gonna have to taste to find out.
I can tell instantly.
The brittleness.
Yeah. The brittleness and the texture of the cheese. This one right here.
That's gonna be like creamy.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not creamy. I haven't.
Well, compared to that, it's gonna.
Yes.
It's gonna.
yes,
it's
yes.
gonna come off on the cheese knife.
Yeah. This right here. This is probably a Parmesan style cheese made in the U.S. They're not bad. It just depends what you use it for. Not every recipe calls for the for the OG.
There's an ass for every
This
seed.
cheese smells really concentrated and really intense. It's like waxy, like biting into a crayon with little salt or sugar crystals in it. And this is definitely Parmigiano Reggiano. This one.
How is
totally
biting
different.
into a
It's firm, but
crayon
it's creamy
a positive?
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I'll give you that one.
It's almost sweet, kind of like cheese candy. My guess is that this is Parmesan versus Parmigiano Reggiano. I'm guessing A is the more expensive one.
No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, look at that price difference. Makes sense. Parmigiano Reggiano is aged for a long time, and there is a fucking art to it. The American stuff is mass produced. Well, so is Parmigiano Reggiano.
Well, it's fast tracked.
Yeah, fast tracked. Good. That's a better way of putting it.
Yeah, about twice as expensive. So why would Parmigiano Reggiano be twice as expensive as American-made Parmesan? Parmigiano Reggiano is a regulated cheese. For example, it can only be made in a few regions around Reggio Emilia in northern Italy. It has to be made.
What's up?
I did not know that.
Yeah, well, I didn't know exactly what.
Well, I didn't know.
but
I mean, Parma, obviously,
yeah,
right?
Right.
And Reggio, right? Emilia, but Bologna, Modena, Mantua, did not know.
Yeah, same here. I didn't know either. Did you guys know? Let us know in
No.
the comments below.
Oh.
Of raw or unpasteurized cow's milk. And it has to be aged for a minimum of 18 months in open air aging rooms. It's turned, it's flipped, it's brushed by hand and by weird robot machines that are really cool. American Parmesan, on the
Imagine
other
starting a
hand, doesn't have
business
any aging.
and you have to wait 18 months to
Yeah.
even.
I was about to comment on that, and then I got for some reason a little self-conscious. You're gonna be like, here Brian goes with another one of his long-winded things, but
You guessed right.
yeah. But no, you're absolutely right. Your money is tied up for 18 months.
Yeah, and you're susceptible to a lot of things. Like that's a gamble.
Oh yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. Anything could. You ever seen those videos where like a tower of the cheese fell over?
Anything could happen. You can't even predict the shit that can happen. Some weird fungus all of a sudden shows up.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
some bacteria
Yeah.
or some bug that
Yeah.
like
So there's any business that deals with any type of good will deal with this.
that expires.
Yeah, that expires. You'll deal with this. Even at a restaurant, your inventory, not everything is shelf stable. So you have to make sure that you're working that inventory to keep everything fresh. But holding on to something for 18 months before you collect your money, I can't even.
Okay, let's keep this conversation fresh.
restrictions, and it's actually aged in
You like that?
plastic.
That was good,
I
right?
often go for Parmesan just because it's mixed in with a lot of other stuff, and I personally don't notice the difference as much. But if I'm using Parm on top of something like a salad, where I really get the flavor of the cheese, I always use Parmesan.
Where did you dig up this
Reggiano.
snowflake?
When it's front and center, you really, really
This is
want to taste it.
Epicurious, the same wonderful studio that brought us.
Ooh, so don't criticize her.
Oh no, you can criticize the shit out of them. We have remember the meat spaghetti and meatballs video we reacted to, and you don't remember, do you? You don't. Okay. Anyway, yeah, we can talk shit on them all.
Okay, good. Because I'm going to.
The expert that they had for the spaghetti and meatballs video was from Ice.
Say no more.
Now it clicks.
Say no more.
So
Okay,
right
B.
off the bat, this one is definitely a fresh goat cheese. What that means is it's bright white. Goat milk is always whiter than cow milk or sheep milk. And I can tell it's a fresh cheese because it has no rind on the outside. It's young, probably been made in the last couple of days or the last couple of weeks. This one, on the other hand, has this weird brainy looking rind on the outside. So it doesn't look like a brie, but it's definitely got a molded or yeasty rind like a brie. Definitely this one is more labor intensive.
I love goat cheese.
I'm gonna start with A.
But I love aged goat cheese.
Yeah. I love aged goat cheese.
Like a brie, like a goat brie or something like that.
Totally different. Doesn't really smell like anything, which is actually a good thing. You don't want fresh cheese to smell. Definitely fresh goat cheese. It's like cream cheese, but tangy, lemony. It's like sticking to my mouth. I can barely talk. B, I'm not so sure. We're gonna have.
Do you know how I could cure you of liking goat cheese? That smell that you like, it's very specific to goat cheese.
Mhm.
If you're around goats, that smell is. There's no cheese around, but that smell is there. So take a guess why.
Because of their piss and shit.
Yeah.
It's gamey, you know?
But why is that same smell in the cheese?
So
When it's like, think of like any flavor you like,
Yeah.
and then you intensify to a potent
right.
factor that's just unbearable.
Right.
If you're around goats,
Yeah.
you're not liking goat cheese.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What do you guys think of that? Let us know in the comments below.
This is an aged goat cheese, kind of like a brie style. Definitely stronger, smells kind of nutty. I'm gonna guess this is about 4 to 8 weeks old because it's gonna take.
I was gonna say it's not that old because there's no.
It's not 18 months.
Yeah, but the interior is the color is uniformly the same.
Right. Good point.
Style of rind on the outside of the cheese. A cheese like this could have been made by hand, but it also could have been made by a machine. If you think about little goat logs you buy in the supermarket, they go right into their plastic wrapping. Okay, I'm going with B. B is definitely the more expensive cheese.
That's easy to guess. Wow.
Okay, it was a lot more expensive. I was right. All that work makes this cheese 5 times more expensive. And it's the reason why you generally cook with this style of cheese, but you sit around with your friends and eat this style of cheese.
Yeah, the expensive
really
cheeses are always standalone. The cheaper cheeses are complementary to a recipe.
Right.
These really look very much the same. What I can tell is that they're the same style of cheese, like what are called cooked pressed cheeses. Cheese people call it an alpine style of cheese made in the mountains. I can tell that because they're not moist and creamy, they're firm. They're both aged. They both
B is the more expensive. Yeah. Okay.
have little.
I mean, just
white
visually,
specks.
I'm not smelling it, and I'm not touching it or tasting it.
So they're probably about the same age, probably about 10 months. And they have a similar rind. The rind is a little bit orange. I will say one of the only visual differences between these two is that this cheese is darker yellow. That's usually a sign of grass-fed cow's milk. So cows that are eating only grass, their milk is actually a deeper yellow color from the beta carotene in the grass, and it comes through the milk and you can see it in the cheese. I think I need to taste them. I'm gonna start with A. So it smells like cooked milk, like if you boil milk on the stove, and roasted nuts and oniony smells, like caramelized onions. Those are all Swiss cheese, Alpine cheese smells.
Just pulling that out of her ass. That's
I'm not there yet, but definitely.
I think that's fair. That's fair.
I
mean, very general, but
well, I smell potatoes and corn and pig farts.
We're in the mountains somewhere. I may be grasping at straws here, but I'm guessing this is grass-fed cow's milk, which might mean something. This one is much more complex. It's got lots of fruity flavors. It's very, very
well. Whenever you're gonna
whenever
you're limiting the animal's diet, it's gonna be more expensive, right?
Yeah.
So
it's
so
expensive.
so the expense goes
milk.
down the line for everything that derives from that animal.
Right.
It's like dough. I think this is Gruyere, Swiss Gruyere, which is a very famous cow's milk cheese from the mountains. But I am going to guess that this is the more expensive one because I think it's grass-fed cow's milk and it just tastes amazing. I'm going B. B is my guess. All right. I do know my stuff. No, just kidding. So this is a Swiss cheese. This is definitely Gruyere. And then this is a cheese that is made by a single farm. This is ultimately the vote with your dollars choice because this producer has chosen to make a cheese from exclusively grass-fed milk. And it is very, very expensive to do that. Over in Switzerland.
Yeah, it's artisan, right? It's it's like a leather maker that a leather worker that works with very specific,
mom and pop.
Right.
That's big
mass
company.
produced.
That's mass produced.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Look at you. You're the one keeping the flow of the show today.
Let's go. Let's do this, baby.
I like this.
And in most of the EU, there are a lot of government subsidies that support traditional food making. So
which is a great thing too.
One over the other.
Amazing.
You can use them for the same thing. They're both really delicious, but here I would say you spend more money because you're voting with your dollars. And supporting this type of food production in America is really, really important.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
I love this. Feta?
No.
No, right? Not. In very small quantities.
Comparison because pretty much
I could go for like a bite or two, and then I'm done.
Yeah, even like a Greek salad, I get kind of tired of the feta cheese after.
Well, it's just
a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot of salt. It's
however, I do like. I think it's called spanakopita. It's like
spinach pie.
Yeah, spinach pie, right? Yeah, like wrapped in.
Who doesn't fucking like that?
Oh, that I like the feta and that
flaky crust.
Yes.
Sautéed spinach. Oh, that one obviously is the aged one.
Yeah, for sure, right? The other, is very smooth.
Do you see pink tones in there, or is that just me?
I don't know if that's the TV.
Oh, because pink on cheese is
no good.
It's no good.
Don't want to eat this. If it's a pink, no, you stay away. Like anything neon, like magenta, right? If it's opaque and a bit satin, like it looks like it has a satin finish, you'll be.
You know when you get that pink mold around like faucets sometimes if you haven't been around for a while, or haven't been cleaned.
Yeah. You'll want to clean that right away. Like, don't brush your teeth with that.
This one is really wet. It's been packaged.
That's what she said.
In salt water. This one's kind of dry and crumbly looking. And then the other thing
said.
I see is that this one is really, really smooth, and this one is kind of rough looking. So I actually think that this one is made with a different type of milk. So this is the drier looking one. It wasn't as wet and it's kind of crummy. This one, the wetter one, is much like smoother and creamier. That's our milk difference, I think. It's super salty, but like all I taste is salt. It's like salty crumbs. This one smells like olives, like black olives. And it tastes totally different. Okay, so here's what I think is going on. I definitely think that this is the more expensive one. Real feta, real sheep, real goat milk costs more, I think.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Yes. So the main reason Greek feta, traditional feta, is going to be more expensive is actually because of the milk. So it's made with sheep milk and goat milk. It has to be. By Greek law, that's how you have to do it. American-made feta.
You know the Greeks and their laws. They're so stern.
Small sheep make very rich milk, but they don't make a lot of it. And it's expensive. It takes considerably more sheep milk to make the same amount of cheese. But the difference in price isn't that huge with feta. And so if there's a time to really splurge and spend the extra couple of bucks, this would be it. So
Bleu.
here come the blue cheeses. The difference between these two cheeses is going to be sort of the culmination of all of the differences that we've seen throughout all the styles of cheese. Right off the bat, I'm noticing some age differences.
B is the fancy one. Yeah.
Or getting thrown a wild goose chase just because of the rind.
Right.
But I think those are fig. That's a fig. Is that a fig leaf? A grape leaf?
I was thinking grape leaf. Looks like
fig
you're.
leaf. No, who said? Why would I say fig leaf? Oh, I love fig jam with my cheese.
Oh
That's
man,
all.
I fucking love fig jam.
Yeah. No, but those are grape leaves.
Okay.
Between these two blues. So this one is.
But no,
lighter.
you're right. Fig leaves are big, and they have
Yeah.
a similar. Yeah. I remember my parents had a fig tree plant. I remember in the front yard.
Oh, so maybe in my
They-
unconscious,
yeah, maybe you could be.
I could be right.
I think it's more likely a grape.
I think it's more
a
likely
grape
a grape.
leaf because that's a bit more common.
'Cause
Right,
if it's
to cook with.
if it's Roquefort,
Yeah.
like from the area,
Right.
I would say yeah.
Color, and you can see it's more crumbly in
See,
texture.
that color in cheese is safe to eat. Like I said, the magentas. Same thing with preserved meats like salamis and stuff. The moment you see magentas and neon greens, like,
Gasoline spills.
yeah, you'll die. You'll die if you eat that.
The second thing, you can actually see in the top of the wheel these little holes, and that is how a blue cheese gets blue. The cheesemaker adds mold to the milk during cheese making, but in order to make the mold grow, you have to get air into the cheese, and you do that by poking holes in the cheese. This one is sort of smoother and denser. I'm thinking this one has.
Oh,
been
that
aged
reminded
long.
me. So at Terry Black's, they let you go there at 4 a.m. and watch them put the briskets on and shit. And they inject their briskets, from what I'm told, with beef tallow. And that's what the holes in the cheese reminded me of. So I actually decided I'm going to do some brisket specials at Mission. I don't know. The idea of injecting stuff just got me excited.
It sort of had time to like.
I
meld
have an
together a
injection
little bit
joke.
more.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Do you know that Blondie's French?
Oh.
Sort of more marbled
Keep watching.
and less concentrated. So I'm thinking this one might have been pierced by hand, this one pierced by machine. That's going to make a big difference. And then, of course, this one is obviously wrapped in some kind of leaf, and I know of 2 blue cheeses in the world that are wrapped in leaves. I'm thinking there's something special going on with this cheese. I'm going to taste them and find out. Let's see.
Ah, that blue cheese is actually,
This is like
that's a pretty good blue cheese.
classic blue cheese dressing. I need a wedge salad. This is a really good kind of standard American style blue cheese. This one, and you can see
Oh,
it's,
look
it's
at how
creamier.
creamy that is. That,
Right?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Doesn't fall apart in the same way. It has this really strong fruity smell. It's just not all about salt and spice the way that typical blue cheese flavor is. So that's kind of confirming my suspicions about
I think there's less.
cheese B.
I think the leaf one has less fungus.
Yeah, less fungus. Less of that, like, funk.
I
right?
think they just let it naturally occur, and
Right.
this one was, was like
Well, like you said, that
strive. They strive to make a blue cheese out of that,
Right.
and this one less.
you can see, she mentioned the holes. You can see how uniform that is, and she was saying that it was probably machine done. Yeah, so they're trying to go for that super pungent thing, whereas the other one, yeah.
Imagine if that's your job. It's like, what do you do? I am the
definitely-
cheese poker.
Thinking cheese B is the more expensive cheese, and I think it is a singular cheese that's made only by one farmer in the whole world. That's my guess. So
Yeah, again, now it's a
me
question of
reveal.
demand.
Woo, damn.
yeah,
But in all
also one of-
honesty, that doesn't make it the better cheese.
Right. Yeah, very good point. We touched upon this with wine,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's just demand.
Yeah. It's supply and demand. If you don't have the supply, and
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd rather have the blue cheese.
right.
The
right.
blue cheese, the blue
Yeah, the
cheese.
blue cheese. Yeah. Good point. We mentioned on a previous, I don't remember if it was on Pro Chef Reacts or on the podcast, but you were talking about how a more expensive wine doesn't necessarily mean it's more expensive, but everything's embellished. Everything from the cultivation to how they store it Do they ever let anything get exposed to light during that process? That all adds to the cost, and you're paying for the story. I missed you, man. I missed you. It's good to see you. Do you miss me?
I missed you.
You missed me. I know.
Oh, JB spent the day with me yesterday too.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. How was he?
We went to you know what? Because he loves the dim sum place here.
Dim sum place.
I gotta give it like once they know you, they start to clean up their act.
Yeah, because they have a lot of single serving customers.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like they treat you like shit and get the fuck out. You know?
Yeah,
Give me your money. But they are solid. I mean,
Yeah.
we've been there before. I said, like, to me, it's not the best spot. But
Well, you got to know what to choose.
Yeah.
But JB wanted that.
Mhm.
And then
Josh, make sure you're bleeping out his son's name. Gotta do everything for you. Oh. Okay. Yes.
but and then we went upstairs and we watched Rogue One again.
Oh, nice.
So good.
Yes, yes. You know what I've been watching is the HBO Dune show.
Is that
Dune
the
Prophecy?
prequel?
Yeah, the prequel.
And
It's been dope.
it's
Love it.
It's
Yeah.
good?
It's slow. It's slow.
Uh,
It's not for everybody,
not-
but
not
I've
for
been
me.
liking it.
not for me.
The Penguin show was fucking killer.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
that was good.
That was a good show.
Wait, what did I watch? No, I watched Rogue, but then couldn't be good if I can't remember it.
Most expensive cheeses I know. So what makes it a 40, or I've even seen it be a $50+ a pound cheese versus like a $15 or $16 a pound cheese? That's pretty much all the stuff I talked about. It's aging. It's the fact that this is, I'm guessing, a really well-made but pretty machine-made cheese versus a very handmade cheese. And it has to do with this leaf wrapping. This is it's New Year's.
Yeah,
it's
they found a
Christmas.
gimmick,
I'm gonna
okay.
splurge on something that I can only get once a year. This is that cheese. So it's Tuesday night versus special party cheese. And that
good way to
is
put it.
what we're looking at.
I agree. I agree with you. You know, I would love to have cheese B, but cheese one, you know, and one of the things that makes it cheaper is because of the assembly line production, but that's what makes it consistent, which is one of the most important things when you're in the food and beverage business.
And that's the thing with the artisan one. You know, like the chances of it being amazing match also the chances of it being
Fucked up.
fucked
Suck. Very, very good point. So right now, as of right now, Mission's bread, my place, all the bread is made by hand, right? I mean, yes, the dough
Here.
is in New York.
Yeah, so if they don't pay attention to moisture or
Yeah,
with the
yes.
weather, and this week you had hot
Yeah.
day, cold day,
Yes,
hot day. It's like,
yes,
oh,
yes.
bread is like
Yep.
fucked up.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I was
Okay,
getting at.
so
So
I said it already. Okay, move on.
I was going.
But I said it. I anticipated everything you were gonna say.
So the bread, right?
The bread sucked. Okay, let's go.
Sometimes the bread sucks, and sometimes the bread is better.
So sometimes when you go to Mission, you get shitty bread.
You son of a bitch.
So you can see that there's tons of choices, and cheese might seem expensive.
I did want to say that
Always like you bitches to have the last word.
I did want to say that the moment I'm able to afford having this bread made by machine from A to Z so that it's consistent, I will. I'm not there yet, but I will.
But there are
For the exact reason why cheese A is great, because of the consistency.
reasons behind that.
You made me
And
forget
hope
what I
that
was
you
gonna
have
say.
a little bit more information so that now when you go out to buy cheese, you can decide what is the best cheese for you that day.
All right.
Is she done?
She's done.
Good.
That's it. That was today's video. It was fun, right?
Yeah.
It was fun. All right. Well, let's get on to the next segment of today's.
what?
No, we'll get there. We'll get there. The next segment of today's video, the not so curt news. Okay.
I'm not looking forward to this.
Yeah. The devil is Prada. Luxury brand may push out longtime Soho restaurant. Our friend, Preston. For the past couple of months, rumors swirled that the 20-year-old Lure Fish Bar was in danger of closing as it could be pushed out by fashion icon Prada, its Soho neighbor. While it appears true, details are still fuzzy, even to Lure restaurateur John McDonald, so we featured
Johnny Mac.
Yeah, so we featured Lure in a past episode of actually one of the first episodes of this podcast. We went to Lure and featured them on Feasty Boys.
Oh, we did a Feasty Boys.
We did a Feasty Boys at Lure.
We don't do Feasty Boys anymore.
Yes, we do, but we
do?
just haven't done it recently because we've been doing mukbang. And also I've been working a lot more. I can't come here to play with you 3-4 days a week, okay? So anyway, the day that we went to Lure, we met the owner, John McDonald, very nice guy. But yeah, Lure is I would say a fucking New York institution at this point.
At this point,
Yeah,
especially
sure.
on Prince Street.
Yeah,
that's where I used to have my restaurant.
Yes, Little Prince. I remember. Unfortunately, we don't know the fate of Lure because their lease is coming up and they may get pushed out. So everyone, I don't know, leave a negative comment on Prada's Instagram.
Yeah, why do they need the basement floors?
Yeah, that's actually so. Lure,
I mean, granted,
yeah.
that they were there first, right?
Right.
And the bottom was leased out to Lure, right?
Yeah.
But like, just leave it as is.
Yeah. I think Lure is so good for Prada and vice versa. It's a great look. Yeah, I don't know. That sucks. I saw this.
Should we call
Preston?
Oh, we can't put him on the spot.
No, don't do that. Don't put him on the spot. But we'll have Preston, Chef Preston, on the podcast. We've been meaning to forever, but amazing restaurant. If you guys come to New York, don't go to Le Rivage. Go to Lure instead. You'll have a better time.
That just goes to show I wasn't paying attention to you.
It's okay. Frenchy and I shit on each other all day. You fucking asshole. Yeah, so the bread at Mission was shit. Okay, congestion pricing sparks outcry from
I hate her.
Yeah, so they were gonna do this in this
and they
past
just
summer.
Slipped it. They're trying to push it in before, obviously before Trump comes into office, because then he won't be able to change it back.
Yeah, which sucks. Congestion pricing, man. We've covered this.
This is not good.
And it is not good. I'm even preparing for congestion pricing. I drive into the city to come here, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going to Le Rivage one day a week rather than my 2 or 3. Well, no, I have been working more at the shop too, but this sucks.
This sucks,
and everyone's gonna feel it. It's not gonna be good. We're gonna watch food prices. Like, I'm prepared to increase my delivery fee for catering when this goes into effect.
This is some bullshit.
NYC just ranked one of the most anxiety-inducing cities in the world. I was gonna title this one "No fucking duh."
No shit, Sherlock.
Shit, Sherlock. I was in Dallas and I'm walking around the. I just
and people are smiling and happy and
nice.
I know
there's so much space. I'm walking around the hotel, which was in downtown, and I'm like, "Where's everybody?" It's just so fucking empty. Wasn't used to it. Even the bar area, I forgot what it was called, but we went to this metal bar called Reno's. I mean, it was busy as fuck, but still nowhere near how fucking busy it gets as New York.
Yeah, but you can,
I'm not saying that's a good or bad thing either. I'm just, I grew up here. I'm used to this.
There's more room to breathe down south.
Definitely. And I am looking forward to being there a lot more often. And then I'm going to bring you with me and we open restaurant together.
Yes.
And then we're together.
I want a ranch. I want a compound.
Hell yeah.
I want to drive like 5 to 10 minutes down my driveway to get to my mailbox.
Hell yeah. All right, let's check this out. I call this the booty call. Male humpback whale swims record 8,106 miles across 3 oceans for 6.
Been there, done that.
Okay. Extraordinary egg sold at UK auction for over $300.
Why?
A perfectly round egg fetched $342 in a UK auction, reported British media. People are really dumb. Next, Sam Goody. You remember Sam Goody stores?
Was that
The record stores.
record?
The
Yeah.
final 2 Sam Goody stores are expected to close early next year.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Nobody cares.
I cared. I like Sam Goody.
Why? You still shop there?
Nope.
Oh.
Moving on.
Then you don't care that much.
Oh, so this is something that's been happening in Asia. Chinese companies are Chinese companies are paying employees $10 to go on dates. Some companies started implementing a 4-day work week to hopefully increase birth rates. And in South Korea, what did they start doing? They started subsidizing childcare in hopes of increasing birth rates. Yeah.
Shouldn't that be done across the board anyway?
Yeah. Everyone should be making more babies. I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love making babies.
Making babies is great. All right. Oh, this is the talk of the news right now.
They were above me.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because we live next to Picatinny Arsenal, one of the biggest army bases.
Yeah.
Like arsenals.
Yeah. Mysterious drone sightings across various states leave citizens wanting answers. Yeah, this is all
bullshit.
you hear on the news
It's
right
obviously us. I mean,
Yeah.
if it wasn't, it would have been shot
down a long time ago. Yeah, but these sightings have been reported in New Jersey, Ohio, Virginia.
They're just testing us. They're testing
Massachusetts.
reaction time. They're
Yeah.
testing efficiency. They're doing a lot of, by not informing anybody, they're
Yeah.
able to check a lot of things
Right.
more efficiently.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's like, no, we're not telling anybody. Let's just fucking do it.
And I bet you the people who are controlling it,
They're like,
listen-
"Hey!"
Well, not only that, they're listening to the news reports and they're like, these fucking idiots.
Let's buzz the tower.
Yeah. All right. Hot Ones has been sold for $82.5 million. Yes, the show Hot Ones. Hot Ones, the viral celebrity interview show, was sold by BuzzFeed.
But
to
what
an
what
investment
exactly
group.
are you selling? Like, does he come with it?
I think so.
Like,
But that's how a lot of these companies operate. Listen, we're 2 dumb fucking cooks from New York, so
dude,
you
this
know,
guy,
take what we say
fucking
with a grain of-
genius. What's his
But
name?
no, he does not own the show.
He doesn't?
No, he does not. I know that for a fact.
Oh, the
BuzzFeed-
deal includes Sean Evans.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can sell people now. Oh, this is good.
Well, that's been happening for a long time.
A very long
A very
time.
long time. Oh,
What?
people in our Portuguese video were getting super pissed off at us that we
Let me guess who? The Portuguese?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because you emphasize that, a big part of their exploring the world was the slave trade.
No. We went out for spices.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen. Back then, it was fucking every country has had some kind of slave trade back then. So the fact that you're getting so fucking defensive means you're acting like a little bitch.
Yep.
Anyway, moving on. Sorry. Just
What?
I'm hanging out with you too much. I'm
Why?
just What?
So
So Frenchy texts me. He goes, Blondie just unlocked Pandora's box. I can dictate in the comment sections of the YouTube videos now. And as soon as I read that, I had a fucking heart attack. And I immediately text back, please do not engage with the negative comments. Just so you guys know, I read 80 to 70% of the comments. I do my best to respond to a lot of them, to engage with you guys. But if it's something very stupid or super negative, I intentionally ignore you. Because I'm not going to waste my time or energy on that. But Frenchy will waste his time on that. And it's not going to do anybody any favors. Anyway, that was very stressful. So I prepared something that is not stressful. Just the Tip Jacques.
Oh, Asti was in for dinner last night or the night before.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Joshua Wiseman apparently was at Jacques' place not too long ago.
With him?
Yeah.
They collabed?
I think they collabed.
Oh.
Yeah. I've been trying to collab with Joshua Wiseman for
Maybe
ages.
we should collab with Jacques.
Yeah, we've had him on the podcast. You
Which
have
one's
fucking
Jonathan
history.
Wiseman again?
Long-haired dude.
Oh yeah, we like him, right?
We like him. Let's
Okay.
watch just the Tip Jacques.
Bonjour, I am Jacques Torres and welcome to Tuesday Tips. Sometimes you need to do a dessert at the moment, last minute. Your kids want something, you have some guests, do something.
Oh,
okay.
I started listening to the Acquired podcast.
Wait, I just thought of something.
Wait, what are you doing? Where are you going? Oh. You're sending a selfie of you watching Jacques, and you're gonna send it to Jacques, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was listening to the Acquired podcast and listening to the LVMH episode, like the history of LVMH, and it is fucking fascinating. Shout out to the Acquired podcast. You guys should check that out. Business focused podcast, but my God, the story of LVMH is amazing.
So this is one of those desserts that you can do very fast. White chocolate mousse. I have 250 grams of white chocolate, and I put here.
Oh my God, we used to serve the
150 grams
raspberries
of
in the
cream
white chocolate mousse
to a boil.
So good.
When
I love mousse. I just love making mousse. It was one of the first things I learned to do in the early parts of my career, and it just always fascinated me.
And we used to make a lot of them because they used to go so fast because you have to prep them during dessert at Le Cirque. This is from Le Cirque. This is a recipe from like 36 years ago, like 40 years ago now.
Yeah.
And we used to make so much. And I remember like I would sometimes, like if I had a lull, I would start eating them. I was skinny back then.
You're getting skinny now. That stress diet is really doing you great things.
Blood pressure medicine.
Yeah.
To my white chocolate. Then I have 300 grams of whipped cream.
Chewy?
Sure.
Okay, the chocolate is boiling. I put that over.
Oh, he meant the cream is boiling.
The cream is boiling, not the chocolate. The cream is boiling. I put it over the chocolate. And then mix all that together.
You see how he couldn't resist not wasting a little bit of cream in the pot?
Yes. So, man, one of the first things you'll learn when you work in a professional kitchen is you always scrape the bowl, no matter what. You like whenever you scrape the bowl, that's like one portion of sauce or one portion of whatever. And yeah, he was gonna just pour it in and move on, and the inner chef in him just couldn't resist.
Okay, the cream is soft peak, and my white chocolate is melting.
Soft peak on that. Saved it on the tip.
Chocolate is almost completely melted. And the last things I want to do is actually put
some of the chocolate into the cream and temper it, is what I'm pretty sure.
Into the cream.
Yep. Hot into cold.
So I'm going to take that whole ganache.
Oh wow!
It's a ganache because it's cream and chocolate.
That's brave.
Yeah.
And I'm going to.
Okay,
put it
so
over.
the reason why we say that's brave is the chocolate and the cream is on the hotter side, and that could deflate your whipped cream. But you know, this is for home. I highly doubt that's how you guys did it in Le Cirque, because to get that perfect, fluffy, airy mousse, you want to.
Everything was tempered.
Yeah, everything was tempered.
My cream, and I'm going
so
to
good.
fold it.
It's so simple and it's so good.
Yes. There, I have seen mousse recipes with fucking gelatin in it and this and that. No. This is how you do it. It's simple and it's about the technique.
And I gotta be honest, I prefer cream to egg whites.
Yeah. Oh,
just,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I just don't trust anybody not to poison me.
Okay, so because I make a ganache, the chocolate doesn't seize with the cold cream.
Right.
And I have a
because if you just melted the chocolate and you put it straight into the cream, it would solidify the chocolate instantly. And that was the purpose of putting in the cream. It helps emulsify everything.
beautiful white chocolate mousse.
If he mixes it with raspberries or something like that, I'm gonna have PTSD.
Now, all I need to do is take some fruits
Fruits.
and
Fruits.
put that into a cup with some
Put
fruits.
some fruits.
Put your cream here, add some berries on top, refrigerate it, or just serve
Yes.
it. And it's delicious.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And I can certainly
Oh.
put some of those beautiful
I thought
raspberry-
I felt the temperature go up a
brown.
degree or two.
I can't tell you how many
I'm
of
going
these
to
I had
take
to
some-
make.
Oh, man, and that in the apple.
So we used to
turnover.
fill the flutes or like champagne glasses or like wine glasses, and with the and then we just pour the mixture over it and just let it. So when you see through the glass, you would see
Yeah,
it's just-
berry and
it's just
mousse. And, yeah.
simple, beautiful, taste
some of the
amazing.
strawberry that I have here. And a little bit more strawberry. And
People,
voila.
do not use your strawberries straight out of the box. Clean them.
Yeah, I was about to say, but
Yeah, this is the demo.
yeah.
And I'm sure he did because they're cut.
No, you totally called him out.
Oh, shit.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, who gives a
I
shit?
don't think that
I like to
it's
I like to
possible
clean
make
him like
a
for
dessert.
10 minutes
Mhm.
with baking soda and white vinegar.
Yes, you mentioned this. Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
the difference, and they will but that 10 minutes worth of patience will keep your strawberries like extra weeks.
You do this before you sort. You mean?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I clean. I clean. You see it come off.
Yeah, well, yes, you do. I mean, when so my daughter eats berries almost every day for breakfast. I may cut her a little bowl of berries, some scrambled eggs. But what do you call, when I clean the berries, I just let them soak in
Mhm.
cold water for like 5 minutes. I let it sit there while I prepare the eggs, and you will see all the shit floating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rinse it off 2-3
Another thing I
times.
clean that people don't think to clean are lemons and limes
Yes,
and grape.
I remember you mentioned
Because
this.
I'm telling, not only that, but they've started to fucking spray paint them. Because you wash them and you could see the color come off.
Oh shit, get the fuck out of here.
Because I use hot water.
Yeah,
I use hot
Yeah,
water to clean it because the hot water doesn't give it time enough to
right.
hinder the fruit,
Yeah.
right? But dude, some of these limes, it's drastic.
Okay.
It's
okay.
drastic.
Take your word for it.
Faster than that. White chocolate mousse with berries. I hope you love it.
Oh, I love
that help?
those. That is a perfect dish.
Beautiful, beautiful.
That's
All right,
the
guys.
top version of that recipe.
Oh, we can take these off.
Oh.
Oh, no. Don't take them off because we have to hear the outro music. I managed to get around the whole copyright thing. Guys, hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we did making it. And remember, it always gets better. It's 2025, baby. It's gonna be nothing but constant waves up. I'm your bright side, not your typical Jeff. That's Frenchy, and we'll see you really soon.